Hi guys, follow the Foot Clan walkthrough. Let's just jump into it. I chose Don because he has slightly better range than the rest, and all of them do the same amount of damage, so you're not gaining anything there. To start, you have these parking meters. You can use them as projectiles if an enemy or two happen to be standing behind them. And then you'll first start noticing these bugs circling overhead. They'll start homing in on you after a few seconds. If you time it right, some of them you can take out at the same time. Then when you get to your second barrel here, as soon as you jump down, you can destroy it and it'll transport you to your first health minigame, which is the numbers game with Splinter. Now, if you have an enemy that has the advantage of higher ground, you can take them out with a jump kick. But one thing that I do, instead of hitting the attack button at the height of my jump, I do it as soon as I hit the jump button. That way, I'm already going into my jump attack early, and I can get it to the enemy before he has a chance to retaliate. And here's where you'll have foot soldiers jumping out at you. So carefully watch the corners from here on out. And you'll also start to deal with mousers here, but like the foot soldiers, just don't let them get close. Now don't forget you have a ranged weapon. When you crouch and hit the attack button, he'll throw a ninja star. And this ninja star will even go through objects to hit your enemies, so bear that in mind. So next you'll have a boulder, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Don't go too fast after these bats or you'll miss this quick slice of pizza. Instead of jumping up, you can keep going straight, hit that wall, and it'll take you to your second mini game, which is the numbers game with Krang. One thing I want to note on in these sewer-like areas, if you fall in the water, don't worry about it. You won't be hit for damage. You are a turtle after all. But just jump out and keep moving. In this area, you will have foot soldiers on motorcycles trying to run you over, so be ready to quickly jump over them. Some foot soldiers may be lying in wait on your way down, so be ready with a jump kick for them. You will have at least 2 motorcycles come at you from the left, so be watching both sides. And you will have at least 2 foot soldiers with pizza in this area, but if you go too fast through here, you're likely to miss them. In this level, you may have some enemies come at you all at once. As you can see, I'm batting a few of them away almost at the same time. Try to get comfortable doing this early, because you will have a lot more enemies in the later levels. Try to take care of the one that's going to be on you the fastest, and then quickly switch over to the one behind you as fast as you can, because every little bit helps. And when you drop down from this pipe, don't drop too far to the right or you'll miss this mouser with pizza. When you jump in the water, follow it. Instead of jumping up on the pipe, it'll take you to your next health minigame, which is the skeet shooting. When you come back, you'll see 3 enemies above you. Wait for an opening to the left and quickly jump up. If you take damage, don't worry about it, because one of them will have pizza. And these collapsible ceilings, the first ain't really a big deal, but the second one right here can really sneak up on you, so always be mindful of that one. Before the first boss, I would like to quickly note that you will notice that when you hit these bosses, they don't always take damage when they should. This was a bug with the original Game Boy version as well, but don't let it bother you, because most of these bosses are still pretty easy. Just keep chomping away at them until they're dead. You'll have 3 more collapsible ceilings right here before your boss with Rocksteady. On the last 2, a mouser will try to sneak up from behind, but the last one will have a slice of pizza for you. One thing about this game is your weapon can deflect bullets from your enemies. And with Rocksteady, you don't even have to move. Just stand in place, deflect his bullets. When he comes at you, use your weapon to swat him back. Just repeat this until he's dead. Easy peasy. In this area, you will have pipes coming out of the floor and the ceiling. The ones on the floor are not a concern. The ones from the ceiling are, because if you are under them, they will smash you. So be sure to crouch if you're under them. And when you come to your first one from the ceiling, as soon as you pass it, jump on its right side in the corner, and it'll take you to your next health minigame, which is the skeet shooting. Now, before you pass under this second ceiling pipe, jump on its left side in the corner, and it will take you to your next health minigame, which is the numbers game with Krang. And right here you'll start to have 2 collapsible ceilings, but they shouldn't be too difficult. After the second collapsible ceiling, you'll start to face 3 boulders coming at you. So when you jump over some of them, you may have a foot soldier pop out, so be ready to take him out. And then after the third one, you'll have a brief break of bugs and foot soldiers to deal with. And then you will have 2 more boulders to jump over. Then after the second one, you will come to a staircase where you will have a few more bugs and foot soldiers to deal with. After the last of them, proceed up the staircase and you'll have 1 more boulder. Don't worry about hitting the top of the ceiling. As you can see, you'll be able to get over it very easily. And same thing right here. You've still got a lot of, you won't have to worry about hitting the top of the ceiling here as well. When you start jumping here, be careful. While these pits will not kill you, they will do damage, so try to stay out of them and be as nimble as Jack. You know, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. There will be a full pizza that floats by, so make sure you'll have a few opportunities, so grab that if you need it. And you'll notice some flame guys pop out of here. You can easily one-shot them. And after this group of enemies here, a boulder will show up, so be careful about jumping in too early there. And don't jump down straight down there, because there will be a small pit there just out of visual range. I have fell in there before. A few collapsible ceilings, and enemies will start popping out, so be sure to check the corners right here as you're going across. And then when you start jumping down here, this first enemy isn't too bad, but the next one, you can just barely see his boot as he comes from that left corner. So always be mindful of him. Now Bebop will come charging from the left, so be ready with an attack, and you can actually jump attack him right there before he reaches that corner if you want to. Now your attack will also destroy his rings, and you can quickly swat him before he charges you, so whether by land or air, pretty straightforward boss. In this stage, you'll have to jump between vehicles to reach the end. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about falling off of them and tumbling into the road to become a squish turtle. You'll have foot soldiers and a few bugs to come out and say hello. And now when you start jumping down right here, you'll have an enemy that pops out from the right. So be ready with a jump attack for him. And then you'll start to have enemies throw these, I guess we'll call them pallets at you. Strong foot soldiers, they must work out. So be ready to deflect those. And then all you have to do is quickly one swipe them. And there will be a pizza right here before you jump across this one. And you'll pretty much continue this until you reach the very end. And don't forget about the pizza before you face Baxter. Now, you don't have to beat him like I'm doing. You can actually stay on the ground and deflect his projectiles with your attack, and then when he swoops in, use your attack button. It'll just take longer to kill him that way because you notice that some of your attacks won't register as hits with him. But just keep being persistent and you'll finish him off. This stage will be a bit more challenging. It starts off with fish and foot soldiers. And you have the option to either stay in the water or get on the rafts. It's easier to get on the rafts because you have the fish, which is one less enemy to worry about, and you can dodge the balls for the most part. Now the balls will hit you for damage if they make contact. You can try to take them out with your attacks for points if you want to. And you will have a pizza that one of the foot soldiers will drop before you dive into the water. The fish can be a little difficult because they're constantly swimming up and down, and it'll be hard to get an attack in before they do a lot of times. So constantly use your attack button before they get close to make sure your hits register first, just like I did right there. And then you will have some boulders that will pop out. Sometimes they'll be followed by one of those small balls, but they'll disappear while you're jumping over the big boulder. And then you'll get back up here and get back on, and I would get back on the rafts and just and you'll go through these rafts again, and then you'll go down again. Now the very first time you go down in this second part and climb back out, go very slow because the enemies do tend to pile up right here. As soon as you start this next stage, jump to the left corner and it will take you to your next health mini game, which is the numbers game with Splinter. And you'll have a new enemy with these small little mini torpedoes that home in on you. The biggest annoyance is the mousers that jump out of the ground. So be ready for them to attack either in front or behind you. This stage will be a little tricky because you'll have multiple enemies coming out from different directions. You can have 3, sometimes 4 enemies on the screen at the same time, depending on how fast you're moving in this area. So for your first time or two, I would take it very slow in this area to keep the number of enemies to a minimum. Of course, the downside of that is sometimes the mousers that rise up from the ground can nip at you if you're going too slowly, but you know, that's one of the things about the rewind feature. Just rewind to back before they attacked you and just move a little bit faster for that particular one, and you'll be able to quickly turn around and nail them. But just don't panic here. Just jump the boulders, nail the foot soldiers, and you'll get by this just fine. Shredder's teleport can make things tricky, so immediately swap him and then run away. If he doesn't teleport after the first attack, he will after the second. But after the second attack, immediately get back to the middle just in case he teleports on top of you for damage. But pretty easy boss, actually. The start of this area, jump in the left corner for a health minigame. This will be the skeet shooting. 2 new enemies in this area. This guy here, Roadkill Rodney, Mad Robot on wheels. Try to take him out with a jump attack for a one-hit kill. He has a extended arm which he will try to shock you with at times, so be out of arm's reach of that. Maybe a little pun intended. This guy right here, Torpedo. Sorry, that's my best South Park impression. I'll work on it. We'll try to attack you from an angle, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Then you'll have these electrical barriers right here that you'll have to get through. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just try to get through them quickly. They won't instant kill you, but they will hit you for damage. You'll have one that rises up from the ground. That will signify that you're reaching the end of the level. And every time you'll pass through one of these electrical barriers, a mouser will probably try to rise from behind you to greet you. When you start this last area, jump in the left corner for your last health minigame, which will be the numbers game with Splinter. You'll deal with the same enemies you did before, foot soldiers, shell shockers, roadkill Rodneys. The newest one you just saw, the spine stretcher. The first 2 that come out, you can do short tap jumps over, no big deal. The next 2 after that will be ones you have to double jump over. Don't worry about hitting the ceiling for those, you'll be fine. The 5th one is one that comes at you from the ceiling, and it looks like you will have to duck under it, but you don't. And I didn't realize this until I started watching myself play it. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you don't have to duck there. But you do have a shell shocker that comes at you from the right and a foot soldier that comes at you from the left. So if you have problems getting through that without much damage, go slow just like I'm doing right here. And you notice that the shell shocker and the spine stretcher appear. I get by that, move forward a little bit more, and then the foot soldier appears. That way you don't have to deal with all 3 enemies at the same time if you're having problems in that area. And from here, you just have spine stretchers that you just have to do short tap jumps over, no big deal. And it's on to Krang. Now Krang has a kick attack and then a long range kick attack. When he starts going to the other end of the screen, start going to the other end yourself. Make sure you get out of the way of his kick. And if you time his kick attacks right here, you can easily finish him off with the jump attack. And that's all there is to it. And I will see you next time.